Paul Stanley of Kiss fame. Paul, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing awesome. Really, really awesome. That was a nice way to start this off.
Absolutely. Now, a listener reminded me, I guess we had talked to you and Gene Simmons in the studio, and this goes back about 22 years or so. And when you guys were leaving the studio, there was such a mass of people coming down to the radio station to get autographs from you guys, and we didn't plan on that. I believe we called a limousine to the front door, and everyone ran to the front door and saw a limousine. And when you were leaving the back door, some of the listeners caught on. But you signed autographs for one of our listeners, Jason the plumber, who reminded me of that story and said,
wow.
Hey, I'll tell you what. He goes, Paul Stanley was a great freaking guy. So you had that going for you.
Good. Better than to have people have memories of me being a jerk.
Exactly. Hey, now, real quick, I'm going to get a plug in for your new project, and then I want to talk a little Kiss as well. But you have a brand new album out, Paul Stanley's Soul Station. The brand new album is Now and Then, and that comes out in 10 days on March 19th. But you can pre-order the album now at paulstanley.com. And I got to tell you, we have a few advance copies of songs from this album. And the music is a lot different than a Kiss album, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but, if you're just eating one kind of food, you're going to be malnourished. And if you're just listening to one kind of music,
that's right,
you're either going to be malnourished or bored. So I grew up lucky enough to have seen as a kid. I saw Otis Redding. I saw Solomon Burke, Temptations. I grew up listening to Motown and Philly Soul and all the great Memphis music. So for me, it was only natural when I had time to pick up the mic and do some of this, because honestly, everybody in Soul Station has the same belief, and that's that this great music has become nothing more than samples in rap tunes.
Right.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
But these songs are so great and so timeless and so powerful. I mean, really like wall of sound that really want to be part of bringing this full circle, because the music is just so timeless and so killer. We're lucky because we're a band that started as a live band and went in the studio, as opposed to putting something together in the studio and then thinking about playing live. And everybody in the band has played with everyone from Stevie Wonder to Whitney Houston.
And I got to tell you, listening to it, so I heard the cover of "Ooh Child" with your band, and it is pretty damn impressive. I'm listening to this going, damn, that sounds just like the original. You could have stepped into Motown when you were younger.
Well, it's an honor to have a lot of the people who I respect telling me that it's great, whether it's Otis Williams from the Temptations saying how great it is, or Rod Stewart, or Tony Braxton. It seems like mission accomplished. We did what we set out to do.
Hey, now I've got to ask you, you yourself, you have written some of the great rock and roll songs, and this is an anthem right here. Rock and roll all night, party every day. Were you responsible for most of the writing in Kiss, Paul?
Actually, I would say maybe 60%. Gene and I always try to equally represent as much as possible. I think there's a little bit more of my tunes, but I wouldn't say it's significant.
Well, I would say I'm looking at some of the records that you wrote and some of the songs you wrote here. It's incredible. One of my all-time favorite Kiss songs right here, "Lick It Up."
Yeah, awesome.
And when you wrote this, you brought in an outside writer. Is that right, Desmond Child?
No.
Oh, this was a Kiss song. It was this one that you brought in, the outside writer. Here we go. There we go. I was made for loving you. Another great anthem.
You know, I guess that's my middle name.
Paul Anthem Stanley.
I like it.
Absolutely.
I like it. It has a ring to it.
Hey, so let me ask you this: with the coronavirus, did that give you a little extra time to work in the studio with Soul, with your new band, Soul Station?
Well, Soul Station, we had pretty much finished the album before the pandemic started. We finished it during the quarantine, although we were under, very, very strict safety protocols.
Yeah.
But we just held the album for a little while, wanting to make sure that everything was in place and that we didn't just throw something out there. So, for example, with the vinyl or the CD, with the vinyl package, you really get a great package, and I kind of miss that with a lot of music, is that there's no more covers and there's no more liner notes and things like that. So
right.
we've got all that. So I'm real pleased with that.
Hey, you ended 2020 with a big bang, the live stream of the outdoor performance with Kiss at the Atlantis in Dubai. I guess 50 cameras, a 360-degree view of the stage on New Year's Eve. And apparently you guys set some world records with that broadcast. Is that right? Did you know this?
Yeah, I know the Guinness Book of Records. I'll tell you that some of the flamethrowers that we used were... It was like having a furnace on stage. And I'm sure that if there were any astronauts up at the space station, they were going, ouch.
Hey, Kiss is playing down there. The most flame projections launched simultaneously in a music concert, and also the highest flame projection at a music concert, both of those in the Guinness World Records. Now, my question to you, being 2020 ended like that, was that the farewell, goodbye show for Kiss, or can we count on you guys coming back when concerts come back?
Oh, gosh. I would say that rock concerts on the scale that we do in arenas and stadiums are a ways off. Anybody who thinks that they're going to be going to a big concert anytime soon, it's wishful thinking. But yeah, the end of the road tour will pick up whenever it becomes safe and whenever the legal restrictions are lifted. But in the meantime, I'm hoping Soul Station can go out, because I think that they may be different requirements for auditoriums or clubs. So if that were the case, then our bags are packed and we're ready to go out. And when the time is right, then Kiss will go out.
Get all the information on Soul Station and Paul Stanley at paulstanley.com. Thanks to you, Paul, and thanks for being a good guy and going on the air with us.
Thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you.
I look forward to it as well. The great Paul Stanley from Kiss.
That's Paul Anthem Stanley.
Yes, Paul Anthem
I
Stanley.
love that. That's
exactly.
great.
He goes, yeah, I like that one.
Got a ring to it.
Watch. You know what? He's going to come out with Paul Anthem Stanley on his next album. Exactly. I just gave him another $1 million idea.
Yep.